Hello guys and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aditi. I'm a professional makeup artist and this is my baby dog who just wanted to say hello and she was missing me. Yeah, she licks me. Okay, let's fix our face and I'll be back. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Aditi. I'm a professional makeup artist in real life, and I love talking about beauty, hair care, skincare, makeup on YouTube. So if that sounds like your kind of thing, please consider subscribing. We love to have you in the family. Now, अगर आपने मेरी पहली वीडियो नहीं देखी है तो आपको वो जाके देखनी चाहिए, क्योंकि आई एम डूइंग अ लो बाय 2022 में कि मैं शॉपिंग कम करूँगी मेकअप और हेयर केयर आइटम्स की. द इंटायर रीज़न that I decided to go on a low buy was this purchase. I made this purchase from Natasha denona. So it was, let me show you what I bought first. So Natasha denona, I bought the Glam palette, which is a very gorgeous cool toned neutral palette. And then I bought the gold palette. And this has a very neutral yet warm, neutral yet gold undertones, which are harder to find, and of course this is the palette that I wanted to buy, but somehow I bought the Glam palette as well because I was like, you know what, it's great quality, it's Natasha denona, it'll be great investment for me. Do I need these two palettes? No. But did I still buy them? Yes. And I spent around 20,000 rupees, like downwards of 20,000 rupees on these two palettes, which is absolutely ridiculous. Do you need that much or that expensive eyeshadow? No. Am I encouraging you to go and buy it? No. Is it a good formula? Yes. But do you really need to go out and spend 20,000 rupees? I don't think so. I think even for a professional makeup artist who does this for a living, this was a very expensive splurge. The palettes are gorgeous. The formula, the textures, everything, like it has very different, very divine textures. So this shade right here, which is called Brass, is what I have on my eyelid, and this is such a pretty duochromic shade. This color right here called Sparks, this white shade right here, the white shade right here called Sparks is absolutely stunning. It gives a very wet shine to the eye. Then there's this shade called Kava, again very, very pretty shades. It looks very similar in the pan, but it's not as similar on the eyes. It has I have it on my eyes today. I've done multiple looks with it, but the pigmentation, everything, like I did my research. I was a very intelligent consumer. I know I do a lot of bridal makeups in India, and we need a lot of golds, and the neutral palette I use a lot. I work on sets as well, so this is a very pretty palette if I want to create neutral everyday looks, gorgeous palettes. Am I gonna be using these two palettes a lot? Yes. Did I still need them? No. Are the shades beautiful? Like, are the shades absolutely stunning? Yes, the shades are absolutely stunning. Out of the two, which one is more special? The gold palette is more special. I think the texture of the eyeshadows is very different. I'm not saying Glam palette is bad. I'm just saying the gold one has a lot of different textures that I don't have in a lot of my other palettes. But Glam palette, yes, is it beautiful texture? Yes. Do I have it in n number of other palettes? I do. But I think that this one was around 12,500 and or 13,000, and this one was around 6,200. Now this one I bought last year, so this is not this year's purchase. So technically this is limited edition and I couldn't find it anywhere, but there's a channel, there's an Instagram page called Beauty Chantels. I was able to find it with them, and I absolutely fell in love and I bought it, just saying that it will be an investment and I should really splurge on it, and encouraging myself. Basically, I talked myself into spending around 20,000 rupees on eyeshadows that nobody actually needs. Now, If you guys are interested in seeing me swatch everything on my arm, I can do that for you. But again, my idea is I'll swatch it. It's on my eyes today. I absolutely love the palette. I've used it a couple of times and I absolutely love it. But do you actively need to go out and buy it? No. So please don't consider me swatching these gorgeous palettes as an encouragement to go out. There are very similar stories. Maybe you can take inspiration from the stories that are in this palette and make your own palette if that works for you. So I will cut to the swatches now. So let's get to arm swatches. I'll tell you the names as I swatch them. The first one that I'm swatching is called Lime Chrome. It's the one right here. The second one is called Python. It's this green shade right here. The other one I'm going in is Sparks. It's this gorgeous glittery shiny shade here. Then it's a very pretty transition shade called Aria. This one is slightly more warm toned and it's a matte. It blends very pretty, but it takes a little bit building up. And the next one I'm swatching in the topmost row is called Kava. Then coming down to the next row, the second row, the first one I'm swatching is called Aurora. So that's Aurora for you. The next one that I'm swatching is called Dijon. And it's this mustard. It's very difficult to find a cool tone mustard. And this is a very pretty cool toned greenish mustard color. Then the next one I'm swatching and going in with is this center gold called Oro. And this is, oh, that's gorgeous. But I have this same shade in the Too Faced gold palette. This one has a slight shift to it, but this one is very similar to the Too Faced chocolate gold palette that I have, and this is not a unique shade. So just if anybody is wanting to buy it for this shade, you probably can find it cheaper somewhere else. Then this one is the best out of the entire palette. This is the shade that I find really pretty. It's a true cool toned brown. It's very difficult to find a cool dark brown shade. It's tricky to find it, is all I'm saying. And this one is Log. And the next one is Varus. This is this coppery shade. Now I'm going to swatch on my other hand. I'm hoping that recorded. The last row we're going to do has this shade called Brass, the one that you saw on my lids. Absolutely gorgeous shade. The next one that we have is slightly darker than Aria in the first row. It's called Sandstone. So we're gonna do that right here. The next one is Alchemist in the row. So we're doing Alchemist right here. The next one is slightly darker to Sandstone. It's called Teak. So we're gonna do Teak here. As you can see, Teak is darker than Sandstone. And again, this is the comparison. So, and the last one, let me do the last one first. It's called Aurum. Aurum is again a very, very pretty gold color. So this is the swatch on Indian skin tone. And I hope it's all visible. And the browns are different from each other enough to show up on Indian skin tone. A few of the shades are very, very special in this palette. I absolutely love it. Now I'm going to swatch the Glam palette. I'm going to wash off and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. Python left a little bit of staining. So we'll not be swatching there. But I'll swatch. And these don't have names. So I'll just go row wise. So the top row is called Center Eyelid. So it's a pretty pinky purple shimmer. The next one is called Outer Eyelid. It's a dark grayish hints of copper in it. Very pretty color. Then it's called Inner Corner. Again, a peachy pinky color. Very cute color. Interesting on the inner corner. Then the next color is the crease color. It's a cool toned taupish gray. Really good for blending. And this palette doesn't go muddy on the eyes like most of the gray palettes do. That's the great thing about it. And this one, the top one, is called Transition. And it's a very light gray. I don't know if it's very visible. I'm just gonna wipe my hand. I'll be back. Okay, so next one, we're gonna begin with the second row. This one is called Smoke. This is a absolutely pretty, gorgeous, cool tone brown shade. Really like it. The next one is a peachy shade again. It's called Blend. It's meant for blending, not the name, but it's meant for blending. It's kind of a transition shade again for a peachier look. So this is slightly, I think, on the peachier, warmer side than the rest. This one is the Lash Line shade. So this is a really cool toned gray color. I've tried it. Looks nice. It has a very granite kind of a quality to it. Next one is the Inner Corner shade, which is this silvery shade. Really pretty, really bright. Again, has hints of taupe in it. So very cute taupey shade. And this one is again, the theme is quite gray in this palette in general. So this is a very pretty steel gray color as well. So these are the first two rows. I'm going to shift to my other hand for the swatching. Last row, center lid. The first shade is called Center Eyelid. It's again a gold, but it's not a very warm tone gold. Like, it has a certain coolness to it. This one is a true brown, not a coppery brown. I think this is a more true cool toned kind of a copper shade, but not, coppers are usually very warm and this shade is not. This one is called Center Eyelid. Again, very pretty, kind of a mix between a golden and a peach. Cute shade. Outer eyelid, again this gray shade, and voila. And brow bone. So this one is used for, again, if somebody is very fair, these shades can be used any way you want, but they are just suggesting that you should probably use it like this. And these are the swatches, guys. I hope they're visible. And welcome back to my face. अब इन दोनों में से मेरी प्रेफरेंस कौन सी है? Well, मुझे दोनों बहुत पसंद है. Of course, तभी मैंने ली है. I did my research and everything. But I think gold palette ज़्यादा special है, which is a bummer, क्योंकि ये limited edition palette थी. I think मैंने खरीदी भी इसलिए थी क्योंकि मुझे गलती से मिल गई थी और उसके बाद ये शायद डिसकंटिन्यू हो गई है. पर इसके अंदर जो टेक्सचर्स हैं वो बहुत डिफरेंट है. मैंने वो टेक्सचर्स कम देखे हैं बाकी पैलेट्स में. आई थिंक Natasha denona, who's the maker of the palette, really outdid herself on this one. Glam palette का vibe आप डुप्लीकेट कर सकते हो. एग्जैक्ट शेड बाय शेड तो नहीं है, बट जो Anastasia Beverly Hills की पैलेट आई थी, आई थिंक साल्ट्री पैलेट थी, वो काफ़ी कूल टोन पैलेट थी. सो यू कैन रेप्लिकेट द वाइब. अगर आपके पास वो वाली है तो आईज पे जाके ऑलमोस्ट काफ़ी चीज़ें सिमिलर रीड करती हैं. सो मे बी अगर आपके पास एक कूल टोन पैलेट है, आपको चार और नहीं चाहिए, इज ऑल आई एम ट्राइंग टू से. बट डू आई एन्जॉय दीज टू पैलेट्स? येस. क्या मैं रेकमेंड कर रही हूँ कि आप बाहर जाके खरीदें ये दोनों? नहीं. लुक इनटू योर पैलेट, लुक इनटू योर कलेक्शन. आपके पास क्या सिमिलर है, आप क्या सिमिलर लुक्स क्रिएट कर सकते हो. अगर किसी ने कोई लुक क्रिएट करी है, फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने ये बहुत सिंपल लुक क्रिएट करी है गोल्ड पैलेट से आज, जिसके अंदर मैंने मस्टर्ड शेड जो था वो मैंने अपने आउटर कॉर्नर पे लिया है और हेलो आई काइंड ऑफ क्रिएट करी है. सेंटर पे डुओक्रोम शेड यूज़ किया है और ब्राउ बोन पे काइंड ऑफ स्पार्कली शेड यूज़ किया है. सो क्या आप सेम लुक क्रिएट कर सकते हो विद अ डिफरेंट पैलेट? ऑफ कोर्स यू कैन ट्राई एंड मैच द वाइब. ज़रूरी नहीं है यू नीड द एग्जैक्ट शैडो टू क्रिएट द एग्जैक्ट आईलिड. यू कैन जस्ट match the vibe and they will look very similar on the eye. So with that, we'll wind up and round up this palette of my Natasha denona purchases, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.